This is one of the most common over-the-counter products you can buy that's infused with CBD, gummies. They're advertised to be filled with an extract that comes from hemp or marijuana plants. But our results show that's not always the case. At Green Roads in South Florida, they can't package and get the products off their shelves fast enough. They make everything from CBD oils to creams, even coffee.
It's really hard to keep up with the demand. It's hard to keep up with space, and we're hiring people left and right.
High demand because CBD is said to help with everything from muscle aches to anxiety.
Those anxious moments, they seem to just drift away.
We test for 11 different analytes.
Even though it's only been approved for epilepsy. But the NBC6 investigators found some products on the market have very little of the substance that's supposed to be helping you. We bought dozens of CBD products from 7 different companies and had them lab tested, including gummies from Green Roads. Results show the amount of CBD inside the product matched what's on the label. The company's founder isn't surprised.
We want to make sure that people are getting what we say they're getting.
That wasn't the case for more than half the products we tested. We bought 5 packages of hemp bombs, a national brand of gummies from a gas station. According to the label, they're supposed to have this much CBD inside. Results show our samples had this much or less. The company says they can't verify our results, but did say the gummies were made the old way, by sprinkling CBD on them. Now the company infuses the CBD hemp extract into the gummies. Sprinkling can result in uneven results.
How big of a difference is this?
Patients are being duped. Patients are buying products that aren't really going to benefit them.
Another online brand, Goldline, similar findings. Here's the packages we bought. Next to the online claim, they're filled with CBD. Results show less than half the amount was actually inside. After we went to the company's headquarters in Fort Lauderdale, a spokesperson told us they put the wrong photo online. They called it an innocent mistake and removed the product from the website. But we found the biggest difference in gummies we bought from a surgery recovery website called Danny's Dollhouse. They claim they're the strongest CBD gummies and can help speed up your recovery.
So all 5 of those samples had 0 CBD in them whatsoever.
Zero. Not a drop.
Not a drop.
The owner of the website told me she buys the gummies from a distributor and then puts on her own label. Later in an email, she said she's going to try to get to the bottom of this.
Essentially, you're taking a sugar pill.
There's no nationwide testing requirement, so companies like Green Roads tell us they spend thousands testing their own products.
So they get checked from where we buy it from, when it comes in the door, and then when we get it back.
And consumers, they need to look for the test results, and even then, use caution.
There's just nobody watching. It's crazy what goes on in this industry, honestly.
We also tested CBD oils. One company's product had less than half the amount of CBD claimed on the label. You can see those results on the NBC6 app. Our investigation doesn't end here, though. We also tested CBD given to dogs and cats. I'll have more on that tomorrow night at 11. Dan Krauth, NBC6 News.
Reviews matter. From where to eat, shop, even which doctor to go to.
Consumers and patients have tremendous power at their fingertips.
One celebrity surgeon says his former patients abused that power.
My reputation is the most important thing to me.
Well, he took steps to prevent people from leaving any negative reviews at all.
And tonight, NBC6 investigator Dan Krauth shares his patients' cautionary tales and the ways you can leave a review without facing repercussions.
In 2 separate parts of the state,
Ratings are really important.
2 mothers searched through online reviews
He had really good reviews, and that's what I went off of.
to help choose a plastic surgeon to transform their bodies.
I was turning 40, and a gift to myself, I decided that I was going to have my mommy makeover.
All the stars and positive comments led them to Dr. Leonard Hochstein,
My husband's a top plastic surgeon in this town, and I'm his best creation.
a surgeon to the stars who's a reality TV star himself, appearing on The Real Housewives of Miami.
He's called the boob god.
He's called the boob god.
Yes.
Was he a boob god to you?
No.
After surgery, both say they weren't happy with their results or his customer service.
The outcome was not good.
So they went back to where they started, online reviews to write about it. Then they received something in writing.
I was dumbfounded, to be honest with you.
A lawsuit.
This is the last thing you want to do.
Dr. Hochstein suing both of them, claiming their reviews were not accurate.
And there's nothing wrong with saying, I don't like how my surgery went, I don't like this result, and just stop there. Be honest about your experience.
It turns out the women weren't supposed to post anything bad in the first place. They signed this before having surgery, a non-disparagement agreement, promising not to post any negative reviews or face a $25,000 fine.
If patients were signing an agreement agreeing to not post anything negative, how does anyone know they're actually getting the truth?
Oh, but it didn't stop anyone, did it?
Why wasn't it a red flag? Why did you put your name on the document?
I put my name on the document because I thought it was standard for all plastic surgeons.
It's not. The chair of Florida's Board of Medicine says he's never heard of a doctor using it before.
I can see why a doctor might want to do that, especially if they've had a lot of negative reviews, but I haven't heard of that happening.
But the FTC says it is happening across the country, even though there's a federal law prohibiting agreements like this.
They're using these as gag clauses to keep people from learning negative information about the company.
Congress passed the law making it illegal to prevent someone from giving an honest review or punishing them for it. That was back in 2016.
You're still using it after the feds, passed the bill.
Well, when the bill was passed, we weren't aware of it exactly at the time. Once we became aware of it, then that would change the wording.
He stopped using the non-disparagement agreement.
I never wanted to have this, and I'm glad now that I don't need it.
And says he'd sue the patients whether they signed it or not. Now it's up to a judge to decide what's real and what's not.
If you can't give a real and honest review, negative or positive, what kind of practice are you?
My work, my reputation is paramount. There's really nothing more important to me than what people think of me in the community.
Dr. Hochstein says he started using non-disparagement agreements after he saw people posting what he called inaccurate comments and fake pictures from fake accounts. Now, this shouldn't keep you from leaving a review. Experts say just keep it honest and fair. And when it comes to reading reviews, look at as many as possible to get the bigger picture and click on profiles to see if they look legitimate. Dan Krauth, NBC 6 News.